So today I just wanted to run through and make sure we did a recording of this for anybody who's interested in taking part in the Virtual Assistant Festival. And I know, Martha, you've already submitted all your information. We've started to work on your code talk area. But there are a few things that I've put together now that you can basically go in, check out, and kind of get started on. So if you go into the members area and you go on to community, you will see in there that we already have this post inside Access the VA Festival. Now, if you come down here and look at this post, it's actually pinned to the top. So you'll come in here and it'll be here, and you'll go here. This basically is where I'm going to communicate with you about everything to do with the festival, because obviously if you're a member of Virtual CoWorking Space, you have a ton of extra privileges that are for taking part in the festival. And you also, I want to really promote the people inside Virtual Co-working Space as well. So we've got a few things that are going to be happening at the festival, and I wanted to communicate with those to make sure that everyone is taking full advantage of what's available. So the first thing is the recognition awards. Now, I'm going to be going through basically everybody who's taken the time to really fully complete their members profile, where I can access their website, their social media, a bio about them, obviously a picture of them and everything. So I can go through and I will actually genuinely look at everyone's stuff, and I will assign to them a recognition award. Now, a recognition award is really about recognizing your contribution to virtual assistants or to the virtual assistant industry. And it's funny, so I was just saying to Cheryl, she said, oh, I'm not a virtual assistant, I'm a web developer. Well, so am I, and that to me is like a virtual assistant is somebody who can morph into pretty much any online business role or any online service provider role. So no matter what you do, whether you're a generalist virtual assistant, whether you specialize in a particular area like web development or social media marketing, it really doesn't matter. All I need to know is more about you. And then anyone who's completed their profile will have some kind of recognition awards assigned to them. And recognition is really about the contribution to the industry. And even if you're new and you're a startup, it could be the contribution to the contribution that you're going to make to an industry. It could even be something that recognizing that you have a really beautiful brand, or it could be recognizing that you have a really excellent testimonial on your site. It could be recognizing anything from the smallest details to some of the more larger things like contributions to the industry in terms of coaching, products, training, that type of thing. It could be a recognition of just a really amazing service package you offer. It's just recognition in some way, shape, or form. So all you have to do for that is go to this post, go to this link where you go into your members profile, fill out your members profile in as much detail. And then what I will do, you have until the 20th of February to do that. And what I will do then is go through and I will look at all the details of the people who have completed their profiles, and I will assign a recognition award. And then we will have an award ceremony inside one of the rooms at the festival. Okay, so that's the first thing. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat or let me know. But the basics of that is we're having a recognition award ceremony. Everyone who's actually taken the time to complete their profile and tell me about themselves will be assigned an award based on what I see in them, in what they've given me about their business. Then the next thing we have is for showcasing. So we've got a networking room inside the festival. And now the networking room, I wanted to really showcase VA businesses. And I see all the time in the groups and everything, people kind of putting together posts which are like kind of sort of like vomiting out, this is what I do, and like, hire me. And I kind of feel like there needs to be a little bit more presentation when it comes to a client wanting to hire someone. So I look at those posts and I kind of skip past them now because I've seen so many. So I wanted to really showcase something which where you actually share on a video about your business. Now, if you're an introvert and you don't want to be on the camera, it's fine. Make a presentation and tell me about your business in that presentation. And then what we will do with this, we will have, once we've got enough co-sparks together, we will then start to run ads for people looking to hire VAs. So, and also kind of like publish out anybody, anybody who's kind of looking to hire VAs. And I also get asked quite often, can you recommend a VA? So what I want to do is invite those people to this networking room where they can there'll be a playlist and we will publicly post all of the co-sparks onto the playlist. So people can literally go through, and it's kind of like a dating video, I suppose, in a way, like a dating profile video, but it's for a virtual assistant. And you can like literally just pitch your business in a very short period of time. Usually these videos can be very, very short, a few minutes long, but it's a great way to get a video of yourself out there. And once you do that, you've got the recognition of being, for example, on the VA Live YouTube channel, as part of the Virtual Assistant Festival. We will do a little badge to say that your presentation or your business pitch was inside the Virtual Assistant Festival. So you can kind of use that as a platform when you go into VA groups. Instead of just posting this, hi, my name's Hannah and, I do admin, hire me type of thing or whatever like that. You can actually say, like, we were featured in the Virtual Assistant Awards and here is my video if you want to go and check it out, So it's kind of like adding another layer of securing a potential client or giving you another layer of marketing to your business. If you want to kind of say, oh, we were featured in the Virtual Assistant Festival, and this is where our video is, anyone can redirect people back to their video on the playlist. And we will also give them a co-spark, featured at the VA Festival thing. So if you want to submit a co-spark, all you have to do is go into the post and click here to submit your co-spark. And then that will take you to this page where it will give you a guide basically on how to put together a co-spark. Now, a co-spark, like I say, it just needs to be a short video. We suggest you have a catchy sort of title on the video, depending on what it is you offer. Give some people some sort of a hook inside there. So something about your story, about how you got started, something to kind of like get people to want to listen to you, like on a personal level, like, share something personal about you, about your passion, about why you started Virtual Assistants, about what your company stands for, about what your values are, about even like, if you have a very specific target market, you might want to say something that's very specific to them inside the video. So that's your hook. And why you're kind of an authority in that particular area. Then, like, even if you're a startup and you're starting this up from scratch, you can say a lot of people have had a lot of experience before they were a VA, and they think that none of that counts. But it does, it absolutely does. So if you want to say, I was a VA for, or I was working as an EA in corporate for 20 years before I started my virtual assistant business, that adds value to your service. Then describe a specific problem that they might be having, and then this is really about knowing your client, knowing your audience. Now, if you can't answer or go through all of these items in your co-spark, don't worry. If you feel like you want to replace something, this is just a guideline, and this is just to help you kind of piece it together. So describe the problem, identify a problem with your client, and then kind of like talk about, it's kind of like providing empathy into, I understand where you're coming from. I understand this could be you. And if this is you, then I've got something to help you. Then provide the solution, which is obviously relating to your service. Then offer some sort of unique value proposition. So basically, you've got to come to them with something unique about you, which is why they should be choosing you. And then you end with a call to action. So that will either be directing people to your website, directing people to your social media, directing people to a contact form, directing people to another video, a consultation form, anything that you want to do, then direct people to there at the end, okay? And this, remember, this is a pitch. This is an actual business pitch. So don't worry about talking about your business. This is exactly what it's there for. There's another opportunity to share your expertise, which I'll share with you in a minute. So that's basically the 5 kind of primary parts of the CoSpark. It's supposed to be designed as a short, catchy video. I've got a presentation template there for you. If you're like, I don't even know where to begin or how to put this together, there's a presentation template. You can use your own template if you want to. You don't have to use the one there. I've just created that if you're, again, pulling up blanks and you're not quite sure how to do it. And again, the pitch can be directly on camera. The presentation template is there in case anyone doesn't want to be on camera and would like to hide behind it, as I often do. So, oh, Martha, this is exciting. I know, I'm excited too. And then if you want to kind of have an example of what a CoSpark looks like or a business pitch looks like, there's one there for you just to kind of oh, you said you wanted to choose a template. Yeah, so there's CoSpark and there's CoTalk. There's 2 different things.
Yeah, I know.
CoSpark is purely very short, sharp business pitch. Okay, it's like the kind of LinkedIn, you know, it's about like going at someone with, you know, you've got a few minutes. This is who I am. This is why you should work with me. This is who I am. This is who you are. This is why you should work with me. So it's like a real kind of like speed datey kind of pitch, or like an elevator pitch, but in a very short video. So that's what we're intending with the CoSparks, and it's to go into a co-networking room. So obviously you've submitted your CoTalk, which we'll talk about next, but you can also have a CoSpark, because what we're going to be doing is basically we're going to be providing people with a library of these videos that people can literally go in and watch videos, and then if they don't like that person, they can watch the video of the next person, and they might find somebody they like in there. And like I say, for me, all the time I have people asking me, can you recommend a VA? Can you tell me about a good VA? And, you know, I can, like, I go through the motions and I'm like, who are you looking for? What type of person? Da, da, da. And to be able to send people to a video and say, oh, I know this person, this person, this person, and here they are, here's their videos. If you like them, go check them out. It's going to be way more effective for me connecting clients to VAs or people in the service industry this way than anything else. And because there is so much buzz around this festival, there really is, like, it's more popular than I imagined it would be at this stage. I mean, like, we actually like kind of broke the system with the amount of people signing up initially, just organically. But now we're going to start running ads. We want to make sure that we're running ads and having a good amount of people to create CoSparks, to be able to do the business pitches. So we can also run ads to people seeking virtual assistants, because I have a big community of them. And we can also target ads to people looking for virtual assistants. So I'm really hoping this is a good place to be able to pitch business. But either way, even if you don't necessarily get a client from the event, your video is there continuously, unless you contact me and tell me to take it down. And then that will be publicly available. And then obviously I can send people to those. And then there will be other people. If somebody says to me, like, can you recommend a VA, or do you know about, you know, like who I should talk to about a VA, I can send people to that playlist. So I'm hoping that we can build up a good amount of CoSparks from the people inside Virtual CoWorking Space. So if you want to submit a business pitch, everything is on there to create a CoSpark. And remember, it's a business pitch. It's a short, sharp business pitch to tell people who you are and about your service, and basically tell people who you serve and why you serve them, and then give them a call to action to contact you. So that's the CoSpark. That's for business showcasing. And then we also have our CoTalk. So our CoTalk, everybody in a CoTalk will have their own essentially their own room. in a space. So if you create a co-talk, this is kind of like a presentation video to share your expertise on any topic relating to online services, virtual assistants, anything anything relating to virtual assistants, whether it be something for virtual assistants, whether it be something about being a virtual assistant and serving clients, whether it be tutorials on tech stuff, whatever it is that you want to make a co-talk on. This is really about sharing your expertise and becoming a presenter. Now, when you're a presenter, you get your own room, you get your own chat box, you get your own link to the rooms. So once we've built the rooms out and we've got our co-talks all in, which have to be in by February 20th, we will then give everybody their own link so they can go and promote their own kind of room to different people. If they're networking, you could say, come and check out my room. This is where I'm doing my co-talk, that type of thing. And co-talks will also have the option to do a live Q&A session, which will be about 30 minutes, and we will put that into the schedule. Okay, so I need to have all of the co-talks in by February 20th so I can finalize the schedule by February 20th, absolute maximum, and inform people about when their Q&A time is, if they would like to do a Q&A. And if they don't want a Q&A, I can just give you a room and people can leave you chat messages in that room. And then you can go and answer questions inside the chat if you prefer, if you can't be live. But what this is basically showcasing expertise. So it has to be some kind of presentation like a speaker, and you will do it pre-recorded. You will send a pre-recorded video, and then that pre-recorded video will be available in your room throughout the festival, so people can go in and watch your pre-recorded presentation anytime, and they will also know if you are available for Q&A when you'll be in there doing Q&A. So again, all co-talks please in by February 20th. That is the absolute final cutoff date. I will not be accepting any more co-talks, co-sparks, membership profiles after this date. And then again, finally, if you are a VCS member and you're a member of the Virtual CoWorking Space, you can apply for a scholarship, digital scholarship, which is just for the one sourcing digital training. So if you know other VAs who are looking to kind of get some training in the one sourcing area, they can join Virtual CoWorking Space and apply for a scholarship. So the details of that are here. Again, you have to complete your member profile. So I can check that out and see, like, if you see where you're at right now, basically. And then once that's completed, you will email support@virtualmissfriday.com. You will explain why you would like the scholarship on a personal level and on a professional level, what it would kind of mean to you. So again, you have to do that by February 20th. So this is what I was saying, Cheryl. If you know people that want to take advantage of the festival as a virtual co-worker, then these are the things available to them, but they would need to obviously join and submit this stuff before February 20th. But otherwise, people can join anytime. So that is basically how you can get involved and the things that you can do within the festival. And we've got really a great, it looks so good. I submitted I'll just come out of this now. I submitted a video recently on it, and it's just looking great. I think see if I can pull it up to actually show you what it's looking like right now. So we're doing it in Go Brunch, and we're going to have these convention booths. I was going to say as well, like the convention booths, we're primarily promoting tech inside them, so like systems, services, that type of thing. But if you know something that you would think that would be really good in a convention booth, then by all means let me know. Any kind of tech or systems or anything like that. But I will see if I can share with you what it looks like now. Okay, so I'm just going to share screen, give you a kind of like sneak peek of where we're at right now. So this is what it's going to look like. I mean, obviously it's Go Brunch, so we've got the seats and everything. And then basically we'll have like a welcome video that tells people all about the event and where people can go and things like that. So like when we talked about the Co-Sparks, this will lead in to the Co-Spark room where there'll be a playlist of all the different virtual assistants with their videos. The panel will be asking our co-talk speakers to come in on certain panel sessions. So that will be in addition to their Q&A. If they want to do it, it's not compulsory. There's places to hang out, like the virtual bar, the coffee shop. There's a VIP lounge, which is only for people in the virtual co-working space. The convention booths, where we're going to be featuring some tech in there. And then the recognition awards, which is where we're going to be doing our recognition awards. And this is our glamping reception. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And we're building out these rooms, and then we're going to connect them all up. And then I think it's going to be, I just think it's going to be a really good event. And there's going to be a lot of nice things going on in it. And I honestly have not seen anything like this done. I mean, I've seen virtual assistant summits and things like that, but I've never actually seen people put it together the way this has been put together. So it's exciting. So before we wrap this session up, does anybody have any questions about this, or is anything that you want to ask? It's completely unique. Hello, thank you so much. I just hope I can pull it all off. I'm really working hard at it. I've never done anything like this before, but I'm pretty confident I've got it all working as it should, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks amazing.
Thank you. So does anybody have any questions about how they contribute, anything that they want to ask about it just before we wrap this session up? Obviously, I can't do a lot in terms of getting in touch with people and finalizing all of the smaller details, because I have to wait till the 20th for us to get all these submissions in. But once that is in, we'll be contacting you very rapidly to secure dates, times, and that type of thing. Yeah.
I just have one little question on how it would actually work. So let's just say you're doing your talk in one of the rooms and there's like 10 seats, and let's just say 11 people want to join. Does that 11th person just come in and randomly just pop into or do they get held in a waiting room?
No, that 11th person will be viewing, but they won't be able to be seated. But what I was thinking about doing, and I have to wait depending on the final numbers of how many people are actually signing up. It's quite a lot so far. I might actually make a specific room for all of the live sessions. So like, for example, when you have your own co-talk room and you've got your presentation in there and you've got your chat box in there and whatever paraphernalia we put in the room for you that you would like in there, what I might do is have a link to a kind of like conferencey type room, and that link will also be inside your room. So we'll say like the live schedule is at this time, click on this button to go to the live Q&A at this time, and then we'll be in a big room with lots of seats where there's no way we would run out.
Oh, cool. No, I just wondered. I thought just that little because I like all the seats.
Yeah. No, I think we'll have one, because we won't like overlap Q&As. They'll all be scheduled separately throughout the course of the time. We'll probably have this one main room with lots of seats, like an auditorium type room or something like that, or a podium where we can just seat everyone, and then I will link that live kind of podium type room into all the co-talk rooms. So at the time of the session, people can go from your room into the Q&A, or into the live room, let's say.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's cool. Okay, thank you. My only question.
Okay, guys, so do we have any other questions before we want to get started? Don't forget as well to share Virtual CoWorking Space. you're more than welcome to bring people in, and we're also still paying 50% commission. So if you've got any friends or anybody who wants to take part, obviously virtual co-working space as well, it's not a commitment thing. You can leave and come in anytime you like. Okay, so I think we are pretty much there, and I've shared everything that I need to share right now. If you have any questions outside of this, don't forget I'm in the co-working space tomorrow afternoon if you want to come and talk to me then. Or alternatively, you can email support@virtualmissfriday.com if you have any questions about the co-talks, the co-sparks, the scholarship, or the awards. Which are the 4 kind of main things where we're getting virtual co-working space members involved. So I hope this helped, guys. Thank you so much for being here. It was super cool, and I'm off now. But again, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, either at accountability in the morning or in the co-working space in the afternoon. And it would be good to see you then. Thank you so much.